Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Tonight, we head into the Hero's Gauntlet and see where things go from there. So, let's dive on in. Alright, we are live. There's actually no reason to head over here, but I'm heading over here anyway.
Well, we'll probably have to turn something in when we're done, I think.
Yeah, it'll probably dump us out wherever we need to turn something in.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
But we never know for sure.
I went and saw the door to the crystal uh, tower.
Mm-hmm.
It is very chained up, locked.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! Hang on to something!
Nice music.
Mm-hmm. One of my stream team guys has been kinda sorta playing FF14, but only kinda sorta. Like, not on stream or anything like that. And he just got to Little Sun yesterday. We do have a healer in this group.
Which one is it?
The White Mage.
Oh, of course. Should have known. I was going after the first one we get.
There's also a Paladin, but probably not doing much healing. Oh, hello, Cassard.
those are our guys helping us, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Talus.
That's cool. I was like, how come I can't target those two bigger ones? And then I looked and seen what they really were.
Alright, we've got Spectral Dream as the Tank Buster. Chicken Knife is a line AoE from each corner targeting each party member. Trust NPCs will stack in the center, that doesn't matter. Dash, it will teleport to the marked location just before unleashing a circle AoE. Inflicts vulnerability stacks. And Shadow Dash will teleport Self and Shadow to 2 marked locations and both unleash either a circle AoE or a line AoE. AoEs are marked, just remember that he's going to move first. Inflicts vulnerability stacks. Spectral Whirlwind is raid-wide damage, and Spectral Gust is a marked AoE on all party members, don't stack. And just a Final Fantasy reference there. The Chicken Knife appears in multiple different Final Fantasy games. It is a very, very weak knife that gets stronger every time you run away from combat.
Well, never mind.
That's interesting.
So if you run away from combat a lot, it can technically be one of the most powerful weapons in the game.
Yeah, but if you keep running away, how are you going to know?
Well, that is true. You're also not going to gain many levels, so you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was weird.
Did he mark a location? I didn't see.
He
I didn't see it,
did.
but...
He did. So what he did was he marked a location, but then the circle AoE, we were all out of it until he moved, and then the center brought us into it. Like,
Gotcha.
I don't know how else to describe that.
Chicken eyes.
Oh, dang.
And he's about to do his dash again, I think. He'll probably get over here near me.
Damn it. Ah, damn it.
I didn't get your health up high enough.
Well, I went running right into it, basically.
Into what?
Into the corner here. Oh, well, I got that
Ah.
big circle on me. How he marks you.
Mm-hmm.
And that took the rest of what I had.
Gotcha.
This thing right here.
Oh, that wasn't the circle one. That was the line one. I wasn't paying any attention.
That one was a little confusing even at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fayoul, what are you doing here? Oh, getting us out of Amarang? Is this dungeon gonna take us all across the first? It looks like it.
Probably.
Because we're in El Meg now.
There's a white mage.
An ink mage?
Oh, what is an ink mage? Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't like it.
They seem to be casting a mix of red mage spells and Zora's spells. AJ, you and your buddies here need to have a song off. Stop fighting, go play music.
Not a dance off, but a song off.
That's right.
Dance off, bro. Well, unfortunately, I was focusing on the Dragoon.
Probably wise. They seem to ignore aggro a bit.
And for some damn reason, they're like just uber powerful when they're not you.
Well, Dragoons are popular, so that's probably why.
This is true, yeah.
Alright. Twisted Touch is the tank buster. Chaos Storm is raid-wide damage. Absolute Dark is a giant cone AoE, inflicts a cleansable doom. You should dodge it. Necromancy summons 4 zombies, 1 tethered to each party member. Summons walking zombies first, crawling zombies second, then both in succession. Walking is a light tether. These zombies auto you for a few seconds, then drop dead in preparation for Necroburst. The crawling ones have a smoky tether. These zombies will inflict rigor mortis, which when they catch you, they slowly approach at first, but will instantly close the gap after an AoE marker if they haven't caught you by then. Necroburst is the zombies explode, inflicting heavy damage, and if they were summoned walking, vulnerability stacks. Then there's Painmire, which is 5 giant circle AoEs that inflict vulnerability stacks and leave behind bleed puddles. And Dark Deluge, which drops a circle AoE on each player that inflicts vulnerability stacks. Dodge it. It does not say whether the zombies can be fought or not, so we'll have to see. But mostly this is a stay out of the thing fight.
As one hell of a cone.
They are not targetable.
Nope.
So mostly just run away from them, I guess.
Nice all in the outer walls. So when they blow up, they'll be out there.
Depends on how big the explosion is. Okay.
Oh, they just went.
Those were considerably larger than I was expecting. Okay, these are the crawling ones.
Oh, bastards, we can't get out of that shit. Or it doesn't go away.
They grab you, it seems. So I guess you have to take that hit. These should be the walking ones again. Oh, and the crawling ones. I'm letting the thing catch me just to see if that makes it faster. But it doesn't seem to.
Damn it. Well, there you go. That is a for sure knockout you get in that.
Oh, I died. I think I was too far in front. Nice.
Okay, you guys quit passing.
I didn't pass.
Didn't.
I'm all full.
So you need to start passing.
I'll just let it drop. Actually, I don't even remember this tendency. Tenacity. Shit. English, it's hard. Material dropping.
No, it randomly drops off of things when they die.
Yep.
White mage.
I just noticed one of these dragoons is a Lalafell. So they're different races and designs per class, it seems. Oh, were these all of the role quest NPCs?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, I know Grayson or Grandson is mine.
Oh, Lou Reek, he's my guy.
The Lalafell sign.
And then if there's a boy here somewhere, it's me.
Mine starts with a G.
Giot the Ale Forged.
She's
Yeah.
funny as hell.
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah, Lou Reek or whatever. The bow. That's mine. Spectral Berserker. Have we run into any Berserkers?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
But we didn't
And
run
also
into
make-
Necromancer either.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, Necromancer. Just wonder if these were new classes.
Well, there are a lot of classes that are in other Final Fantasy games that aren't in this one. Berserker is one of them. I don't actually remember Necromancer ever showing up before, but I guess it could have been in Final Fantasy XI. And, Thief. Yeah, Thief is common. Okay. Beastly Fury is raid-wide damage. The first use will fill the arena's edges and corners with bleed puddles. Wild Anguish is a stack attack, inflicting magic vulnerability up for a few seconds. Raging Slice is a line AoE in front, inflicting vulnerability stacks. Always casts several in a row. 2 the first time, then 3 for the rest of the fight. Wild Rage is an insta-kill circle plus knockback, leaving behind a crater. So don't stand in the circle. Bit Berserk, standing in the crater will inflict stacks every second or so. Becomes truly Berserk at 8 stacks, forcing you to auto the boss and take massive self-damage with each hit. So don't stand in the crater either. Falling Rock drops a rock on each party member, then uses Wild Anguish on all of you in a quick succession. Stack with the rocks to survive, not each other. And Wild Rampage is massive damage, almost guaranteed one-hit kill, and vulnerability stacks. Stand in the crater to avoid.
Wow, that's a lot.
Indeed. We are probably going to die on the first attempt. So.
Yeah. So out of the crater, unless it's that other thing, and then you're in the crater.
Right, out of the crater unless he casts Wild Rampage. And don't stand near the edges here at the beginning. Don't be in that circle. Stack on the rock. Get in the crater. Get out of the crater.
He's going to do this 3 times. Where's he?
Right.
Ouch. I can't see where he was turning. It was like too much flashing.
He was aimed right at you.
Yeah, caught it. Caught it with the face.
Back in the circles. Hop in whenever you're ready, KJ. Back on me.
Did anybody notice he didn't do a third one that time?
No, we did.
Yeah, he did 3.
I don't see.
He did the first one on me, so it was away from you guys.
Gotcha. Nice.
That fight was less confusing than the last one.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We all kind of took a solemn look there.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Kath. New outfit.
Fairly ugly, but I'll take it.
It's a change.
Well, I'm not going to wear it, but I'll take it.
I mean, yeah. A transmog.
Maybe I can use it as my prom dress.
There you go. I'll
And you
get
need
that
the
rose
ray.
out
That's
to
the
you.
last of them.
Apparently even they have limits. Nevertheless, we should remain vigilant.
Urianger, something occurred to me while we were fighting. These enemies.
Are heroes hailing from other shards, summoned hither to deliver this world from its doom. Scant moments after the star shower did they appear, as yet more souls were inspired to walk the hero's path, no doubt. Thus did hopes for salvation of realms near and far resonate and converge, lending still greater strength unto our adversary.
So that's Elidibus's game. But first things first. If the rings are the same as the Exarchs, then we need to ask him how that's possible.
The Crystarium is close. Let us press on.
They come.
So near and yet so far.
In the chaos of conflict, one can always find an opening to exploit.
Whoever taught you that is a wise man indeed, and good with a gunblade. But yes, I dare say we can create an opening wide enough for at least one of us to slip through. That being you, of course, though others are welcome to follow in your wake. Reen and I will keep our guests occupied.
Brave and selfless as ever. Yet the two of you may struggle to fool our foes, etherically sensitive as they are. Had you a comrade who could use destructive magics to wreak havoc upon the ambient ether, on the other hand?
Very well. I too shall assist in the diversionary effort.
Oh, not this old dance again. Yes, obviously I'll stay and fight. Alphino, I'm about to do a great many stupid and reckless things. Watch my back, would you?
And there you have it. Take care of yourself, my friend.
We'll do our best.
Finished? Then let's begin.
'Tis done.
Oh, let me see, let me see!
She's trying to show off.
Oh, yes! Your memories are preserved safely within. We've done it! We've done it at last!
I have inspected the other vessels. They are all ready to receive of our friends' memories.
Oh, excellent! Excellent! I shall have my familiars bear word to them at once!
Elidibus.
It was not until I observed the battle between Emet-Selch and the Warrior of Darkness that I realized what I must do. I will summon heroes from other worlds unto the first, just as you did. Their presence shall serve to empower me, granting me the strength to crush my enemy.
Though it pains me to disappoint you, I feel compelled to explain that the magic in question requires no small amount of preparation.
Ah, but you assume I require my champions to be summoned in their entirety. I do not. Their souls needn't even be whole. My purpose requires no more than their burning desire to vanquish evil. This I shall sear upon the ether, raising thereby an army of phantom heroes to whom I shall whisper, as I have to so many over the ages. Here lies darkness. It must be destroyed.
And you expect me to cooperate?
I do not require your cooperation. Your death will suffice. The magic I shall have from your corpse.
Go, Lumos! We must flee!
But what is this?
My friend, how did you... No matter, Elidibus. He took us unawares.
It was all we could do. To raise a war to hinder his steps. And so we fled. But he took it. The vessel with the Exarch's memories. Forgive me. Forgive me.
The vessel bears not only my memories, but my blood. The blood of Allegan royalty. granting him the means to control the tower. With it, he has performed I know not how many summonings, calling forth heroes from across the rift. And, as you can see, the burden upon the tower is beginning to tell. No, I won't let you go alone. Not this time. Elidibus has exploited the people's nobility, twisted their purest intentions for terrible ends, and I cannot let it stand. As Exarch, it is my duty to protect them, to defend their hopes and dreams. So I am going to the Crystal Tower, with or without your blessing. Though, I would rather it were with. Thank you.
I joined you, but I would only be a burden. Better that I remain here with my gremlins.
I shall send help. Stay strong, my friend, and take heart. By binding Elidibus within the tower, we have done more than simply delay him. Much like our adversary, I am not wont to show my hand prematurely, but the time has come to bring my strongest card to bear. To the tower!
Oh, we're all here. I thought KJ was still in the cutscene.
Nope, I'm here.
With your permission, I would make a brief stop at the Ascensor Gate. Just long enough to send the guard for Beck-Luke's aid, you understand. Were it not for them, we would never have escaped Elidibus, much less with the spirit vessels. Though mine fell into our foes' clutches, Beck-Luke gathered up the rest at great risk to himself. I must see that they are safe before we press on. Enough good people have given their lives that I might fulfill my duty. it didn't look like that far of a run on the map. Warrior of Darkness, Exarch, forgive us this paltry greeting. We were not notified of your coming. It wasn't planned. I need you to assemble a rescue party. Our friend Beck Luke lies wounded in a clearing to the west. Pray go to their aid with all haste. At once, my lord. May I ask how they came to harm? There have been reports of enemies in our midst, specters who appeared after the star shower. They have something to do with this? Yes, the man who attacked Beck Luke is also responsible for the star shower and the appearance of the specters. I have no time to explain, but know that the individual in question does not seek to do indiscriminate harm. If you do not bar his servant's path, they will not turn on you. You are to leave this foe to us, understood? Meanwhile, I ask that you alert the rest of the guard and focus on maintaining calm in the city. Understood. Lena. I shall take charge of matters in the city. Find Beck Luke now. No time to explain. Huh. The graver the matter, the less inclined you are to speak of it, even when it is plain for all to see, like what is happening to you. Lena, this time, there truly is no time. I know, my lord. Were matters otherwise, I believe you would be willing to speak of your past if pressed. Yet I remain afraid to do so. Afraid that what I might learn would make a stranger of you. Forgive me. There is no time. Meh, I'm going with option 1. Indeed, time must be made. Lena, do you remember the time you got lost in the tower when you were little, and I searched for you for hours on end? And the cake I baked for your 10th name day, that hideous lump the good people of the mean covered up with beautiful candles. And your hapless first encounter with Sin Eaters as a guard. Afterwards you threw yourself into your training, pretending nothing was wrong, though I could see the tears in your eyes. All these memories that we shared, all the feelings that accompanied them, they are as real as aught that came before, and nothing will ever change that. Will ever change what we mean to one another. If I have made you worry, then I beg your forgiveness. Heavens knows you deserve better. Through the darkest of times, you have kept faith with me, standing tall as a proud daughter of the Crystarium, as an example to us all. I count myself blessed to have had you in my life, and I want you to know that. Why do you speak so, as if this were our last meeting? Truly, you have a knack for making people worry. Besides, it is you who are the example to us all, who have led us through countless trials, and you who will lead us through countless trials to come. So go, my lord. Do what you must, but take care. I would like Lena to know that that was not the direction of the city.
All those words, and then she just follows us. It's like saying goodbye to somebody and you turn to go the same way.
True. The ward holds. Excellent. Elidibus will still be within the tower. Our foe's sole purpose is to destroy you, and to that end he has summoned heroes from other reflections, empowering himself with their hope even as they occupy your comrades. You will not best him as easily as you did in the depths. By any measure, the odds are now stacked firmly in his favor. To wit, spare no preparation, my friend. I shall lift the ward only when you are ready. You are ready then? Very well. I shall lift the ward. I'm going with option 2. Ah, before I began my slumber, you mean? It seems rather longer to me. But yes, what a strange symmetry. This time I break the seal, and I have no intention of locking myself away again. Nay, together we will enter, and together we will leave, in triumph. So come, my friend, let us be about it.
Not here either. We must keep climbing. "'Twas but a matter of time. I cannot keep up with you, nor will it avail us to make a stand here. You must go on without me. Find Elidibus and stop him. Worry not, my friend. Though I am no warrior, I have learned to hold my own over the years. When first we explored this tower, you and your fellow adventurers formed the van, while I was left to follow in your wake. Suffice it to say, I was not best pleased with the arrangement. How I wished that I could join you. And now I have, here where it all began. I was right to trust in you, and the power of your legacy, of your name, to let them guide my every deed.
For Elidibus is my name, and my mission, guiding my every deed.
I did, but I chose not to walk them, thank the gods. Why ever would you ask me such a thing? Elizabeth spoke in similar terms, you say? How curious. To answer your question, then, I made my choice for reasons which seemed obvious to me, but may not to any other. There were the expectations I placed upon myself before beginning my slumber, and the expectations of those who roused me. Of course, I had the choice to turn my back on a lot of it, but in the end, it was no choice at all. I cherish the time I spent with you and the others. What I wouldn't give to return to those halcyon days. Chasing ancient secrets, overcoming trial after trial with the aid of like-minded comrades. And what remarkable comrades they were. In such company, I felt as if I were a character in the epic tales that had stirred my heart as a boy. As if my dream had come true. It hadn't, of course, for I was no hero. Neither then nor after. Though the world to which I awakened and the first were beset with myriad problems, I rarely knew how best to play my part. There was, however, one thing of which I was certain, that I could not bear to let those dear to me meet a tragic end. I'm afraid our time is up. Go! Rest assured, you haven't seen the last of me. I wouldn't dream of playing my trump card save in your presence. Break!
Memories of a possible future. Worthless. All. Worthless as memories of the only past. Fated to fray and fade into oblivion. Leaving naught but a gaping void. The Waking Sands. Yes, that was the place. The place I first made myself known to you and yours. The Seventh Rejoining had left the realm listing dangerously towards darkness, and events were unfolding that threatened to push it over the brink. Thus did I approach you in my capacity as emissary, thinking that you would make a useful pawn. But I was wrong. And for my misstep did La Habrea and Emet-Selch pay the ultimate price, leaving me the last of the Unsundered. My remaining brethren, fragmented as they are, cannot hope to see our mission to its end. It falls to me alone. Defeat is not an option. I will strike you down. I will resurrect Lord Zodiac, and I will bring back those who sacrifice themselves to call him forth. Though it take 1,000 years, upon my honor as Elidibus, emissary of the Convocation of 14, I will see this done.
But know that his devotion is not without reason, even if he himself can no longer remember what that reason is. You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession.
What of it? I have my mission. I am Elidibus, and it is my duty to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. This I swore to someone. We spoke, and I swore. What? What did I... This pain, this torment, is nothing. No more than must be suffered to deliver the world from its doom. No more than any of you malformed creatures have known. Even should you lose all that is dear to you, even should it cost you your life, you bear the burden and fight on, kicking and screaming until your last breath is spent!
Aye, it's true. We've lost much and more. Known unimaginable suffering. But through it all, we never, ever forgot what was dear to us. And that's what gave us the strength to carry on.
No! It will not end here! Champions from beyond the rift, heed my call. The time is come to deliver your brethren from darkness. My heart's sole desire is a world free of sorrow. Join with me now in hope and prayer for the salvation of all! If you would usher in the end, then with my all shall I oppose you. As the avatar of those mortal heroes who fought unfalteringly in all their imperfection, as the warrior of light incarnate. Come, warrior of darkness, let us finish this. What?
Herein I commit the chronicle of the traveler, shepherd to the stars in the dark. Though the world be sundered and our souls set adrift, where you walk, my dearest friend, fate shall surely follow. For yours is the 14th seat, the seat of Azim.
An invocation of Eld, though not of Heidelin's making. What are you? No, it matters not. You are the enemy, and you will fall. Even should it cost me everything, I will not forsake my duty.
And we wait for KJ to get out of the cutscene. Alright.
Did you guys exit the tower?
No. I'm still just standing right here.
To the entrance then? With the shiny
Well,
idols?
that's going to start the trial. So, now it's time to go over mechanics.
I don't see you guys.
We're in
Yeah,
it.
we're saved.
Yeah, we're in an instanced area. And I did like that the crystal has given us another summoning circle to summon the other 7 members of our raid. So, all right. It starts off this with a note. If a DPS player uses a limit break on the Warrior of Light at any point during this fight, he will cast Hallowed Ground and make himself invulnerable for 8 seconds, nullifying all damage and wasting the charges. This can be avoided by using the limit break while the boss is busy casting an ability. So, I don't suspect either of you guys will need to use the limit break, but if you do, only use it when he is casting.
Okay.
Alright, Phase 1. Terror Unleashed reduces the entire party's HP to 1 and inflicts True Walking Dead, which will kill affected players when the debuff's timer runs out. The debuff must be removed by healing the party to full HP. So the healers are going to be busy. Solemn Confiator. 4 circle AoEs dropped below random players. Coruscant Saber. 1 of 2 attacks with differing effects. If the Warrior of Light has rings surrounding his sword, the attack is a ring AoE that leaves only the center of his hitbox safe. If the Warrior of Light does not have rings around his sword, then the attack is a circle AoE centered on him. So if he has rings around his sword, run into his hitbox. If he does not, run away from him. Absolute Fire 3 marks each player with a pause marker above their head. After the marker goes away, each player will take minor damage and be infected with Pyretic for 3 seconds. Absolute Blizzard 3 marks each player with a play marker above their head. After the marker goes away, each player will take minor damage and be inflicted with Deep Freeze unless they are moving when the attack goes off. So when Blizzard 3 is being cast, be moving. Imbued Absolute Blizzard / Fire 3 imbues the Warrior of Light's next attack with an untelegraphed version of the listed spell. Imbue Coruscant, a imbued version of Coruscant Saber, functions identically to how the previous did, but with the added effect of Absolute Blizzard 3 or Absolute Fire 3 at the same time. Sword of Light. The room will darken and a sword of light will appear to cut a triangle into the floor. When the sword finishes, the interior of the triangle will deal extreme damage to anyone standing in it. Summon Worm summons a shadowy Bahamut at the north edge of the arena that will attack half the arena with Dive Bomb. The Bitter End is the Tank Buster. Edragon Dive is a high damage to the entire party. Ascendance deals light damage and traps the entire party in fetters. Absolute Teleport forcibly teleports the entire party into the Etherical Rift. Then there's Phase 2, which is the Rift. Well, technically, this is a Phase 1.5. While inside the rift between worlds, players must perform an active time maneuver to escape their fetters. To succeed, the players will have 15 seconds to repeatedly click the button and keep their Will of Defiance meter from dropping to 0. So long as there is anything in the meter when the timer reaches 0, you succeed. If any player fails this event, the entire party wipes. If any players are dead when the phase starts, they will automatically be revived to full HP to participate in the active time maneuver. And remember, unless I've been lied to, you can just tap keys on your keyboard instead of having to click the button.
As long as it doesn't open up a chat.
Yes, as long as it doesn't open the chat, so don't spam enter. I would just pick a button you know doesn't do anything. Okay, then Phase 2 starts. The spirit of a familiar Ascian appears before the Warrior of Light and returns the party to the arena, as well as bestowing them with 3 bars of limit break. In response, the Warrior of Light will call upon the Spectres of Light. Ultimate crossover. The Warrior of Light will gain a level 4 limit break and unleash it upon the party. A level 3 tank limit break is required to survive this attack. So, as soon as he casts that, we will then use the level 3 limit. One of the tanks will use the level 3 limit break to survive it. Then we have Spectre of Light. The Warrior of Light summons untargetable Spectres of Light to perform attacks. Spectral White Mage and Spectral Black Mage will both use Twin Cast, and 4 meteor circles will gradually appear in the arena. 2 players are needed to stand in these circles to properly soak the damage. Otherwise, they inflict damage up and vulnerability up to the entire party. Inflict damage and vulnerability up. Spectral Dark Knight will use Brimstone Earth to create 2 expanding circle AoEs in opposite corners of the arena. A Spectral Bard will use Deluge of Death, placing targeted proximity marker on 1 random player. The Warrior of Light will use Summon Worm as the Dark Knight uses his ability, and then Absolute Holy upon the Bards. Absolute Holy is a stack marker on a random player. Spectral Ninja will use Suishan San to cause a tidal wave to appear at one edge of the arena and push players towards the opposite edge. As the tidal wave casts, the ninja will use Katon San, a stack marker on a random player. Spectral Summoner will summon 4 Spectral Igi Demi-Bahamutes that tether to random players as the summoner casts Flare Breath. When the cast ends, the 4 Spectral Igi will launch a wide cone in the direction of their tether. Spectral Warrior will appear in the center of the arena and use Perfect Decimation, sending out 2 sets of 4 cone attacks from his position that together cover the entire arena. Remember which cones showed up first and wait for their attacks to go off and then move into those spaces. To the Limit gives the Warrior of Light limit break charges. Radiant Braver, level 1 limit break. Cone attack directs at 3 random players, marked with a red arrow over their heads. Radiant Desperado, level 2 limit break. Line stack markers on both healers resolve one after the other. Inflicts physical vulnerability up to prevent stacking for more than 1 attack. Radiant Meteor, level 3 limit break, extremely large circle AoEs targeted on 4 random players. And Sword of Light, now summons 2 swords with the same effects. And then things repeat until the fight is over. There's a lot there, I know, but most of that seems to be stay out of the thing. So, and there don't appear to be any ads. Because I think they've mentioned all these Warriors of Light are untargetable, but we shall see.
Okay.
And it sounds like you're the only one going to be doing the limit breaking.
Probably.
The level 3 to defend everybody.
Either I will or the other tank will.
Yeah.
Best to do if you get that tether to make sure you're like placing it so that it's not going in the middle of the room.
Yes. If you get the tether, try to point them away from the party.
For my people, for our world, I will strike you down.
Indeed. The music is good.
This battle shall be our last.
Was that a get close?
No, that was just an AoE that happened.
Yeah, there's no way to avoid that. Get close. Get away.
Yeah, I don't
What's
know.
this?
This is just the fire one.
Okay.
This is
Keep
the one you
moving.
need. Yeah, you need to be moving when this goes off.
Be gone, spawn of shadow!
Be moving.
Darkness must be destroyed.
Moving.
Get inside. And I'm frozen.
Yeah.
Gleaming steel, light my path!
Get out of the triangle.
Over there.
Oh,
I did not
dang
make it. Shit.
No, neither did I.
Yeah, there was very little time to get out of that. And I'm down too.
Oh.
Be gone, spawn of shadow! Darkness must be destroyed!
As soon as I get some mana.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep myself up, so I should be fine.
Gleaming steel, light my path!
Okay, there's another golden sword about to come in. Stay out of the triangle.
I will wait. There it is.
Bahamut's over here. Get to the other side.
Oh, I didn't
I
get
was
it either.
out.
Dang it.
Alright, we're about to enter the second phase. Be ready to
Oh, they're
spam
gonna
your
res
button.
us. Yeah. To punch the button.
Right.
When do we start doing that?
When it comes up on the screen, it'll tell you.
Any button didn't work for me. But I was okay.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't work for me either.
L worked for me.
Alright.
I did
I'll have to do
R,
that next time.
RDS. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just made a row.
I think my problem was that I was trying to click both on the keyboard and the mouse at the same time, and it was only accepting one of them.
Well, G didn't work, so I will try L next time.
Alright.
You! It cannot be!
That's cool. Whoa!
Oh!
That's my favorite Ascian, by the way.
To me, warriors of light! I am salvation given form. Mankind's first hero and his final hope. For victory, I render up my all. Your demise will be our salvation.
Okay, is this just fancy stuff? Because I can't target them.
That's the limit break that just happened, I think.
Yeah, we're good.
You still stand. Very well.
First time I've ever used a tank limit break.
Be gone, spawn of shadow!
Okay, the white mage and the red mage have come.
But they're not target. Oh, they're gone.
Stand in the circles. Be sure to stand in, make sure somebody's standing in the circles.
Yeah, at least
Yeah,
two
we got.
people.
There's two
There's
circles
two
over.
more.
Darkness must be destroyed.
What's these circles?
Get over here. To the left side. No, the other side. Move.
Oh, that's horseshit.
Have to keep an eye out for Bahamut because he is very, very dangerous.
My soul knows no surrender.
People are marked. Do we do anything? Nope.
Hope,
Oh man.
grant me strength.
Gotta split up on the heel. Did you get that or did I stop? Okay, good.
I died on that one. I didn't even see what it was.
I died again.
Gleaming steel, light my path.
Let's try triangle.
There's 2 triangles.
Yeah.
Begone! Spawn of shadow!
If we can survive long enough for the level 3 limit break to charge.
It's almost there. It's there. Ooh.
Darkness must be destroyed!
Use it, Emo. Well, if you can.
The limit break?
Yes.
Oh, I did it and then I died.
Oh well. We came pretty close there.
I think he got stopped before because it still was up, the limit break.
Yeah.
Growl.
That's alright. We did pretty good on our first attempt there.
Yeah.
Begone! Spawn of shadow!
Oh, we're starting in phase 2.
Oh, wow.
It's a skip, jump to there it is.
Yeah, beware for the circles.
Need somebody with me?
Darkness must be destroyed!
Be on the lookout for Bahamut.
He's over there. Opposite side of you. Oh, damn it.
Here comes his limit break sequence.
My soul knows no surrender.
So do we need to get by you or what?
Just get away.
Hope, grant me strength.
It is important if you stack on one healer that you do not go and stack on the other healer immediately after.
Oh, I died.
Zora's still up. She can get one of the
Yeah, I
healers
got
back.
it.
Like my power.
And here come the triangles. Over here with me.
Be gone, spawn of shadow.
Be moving.
Darkness must be destroyed.
And I'm frozen.
Me too.
Run to the outside if you have one of the Bahamut's pointing at you.
I'm down.
Be gone, spawn of shadow.
Be moving. There will be circles to stand in.
Darkness must be destroyed.
Get inside the circle. And I'm frozen again.
You must do that freeze thing where you gotta keep moving inside there too.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I went down. I didn't realize.
Be on the lookout for Bahamut.
He's up on the left, or on your off. There he goes.
There comes the limit break sequence again.
My soul knows no surrender. Oh, my beauty. No, not yet.
There we
Okay,
go.
in a sec.
well done to the melee that popped that limit break there at the end. That finished him.
Cannot fail. I will not.
Was he? I didn't even see if he was cast.
I think it was the Reaper that did it. Yeah, I think it was a Reaper. Yeah. One of those rare instances where I could actually give someone a commendation.
Fool! You have achieved nothing. I am immortal, yet I will never surrender.
Elidibus, so fixated were you on my memories of the future, you failed to heed the lessons of the past. Your obsession blinded you to the true nature of this tower, this beacon of hope for mankind. Created to serve as a reservoir for the limitless energy of the heavens. To harness and bind the boundless, not unlike white auracite. Your ill-begotten power, obtained by exploiting that which is best in us. I shall have it. Your soul and all!
That was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was. The Exarch, you're getting kind of blue.
This. Yes. I would become him. I would save everyone. This, I believed. Yet still they cried out in rage and despair. Divided over the fate of the star. A rare occurrence, always fleeting. But not this time. Not this time. Reconciliation. Elidibus. I was needed. I withdrew myself from Zodiac for them. My people. My brothers. My friends. Stay strong. Keep the faith. At duty's end, we will meet again. We will. We will. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day. But you are not here to see it.
I concede I may have overexerted myself. Steady now and listen. I told you before that I had a plan, and that when all is said and done, I would ask a favor of you. We have averted the 8th Umbral Calamity, found a way for everyone to return to the source, and, last but not least, we have secured the future of all the people of Norvrend. We have won, my friend. So, I hope you'll forgive me this moment of selfishness, and while I wouldn't want you to feel obliged, promise me you'll take me on your next adventure. A journey. Together. That's all I ask. If I were to tell you that this isn't the end, that we will meet again, would you believe me? Thank you. My friend, with you, my mind and memory shall travel to the ends of the world and beyond. But in this place shall my body stand immovable. May it serve as an undying promise, not only to those who look to me for leadership, but to any soul who has known despair, that hope is everlasting.
There, the Exarch would remain, keeping his silent vigil. When the Scions were not released from his summoning spell, we proceeded with the plan to return them to the source. The Warrior of Darkness, however, retained his ability to traverse the two worlds at will. And in time, the Crystal Tower became a symbol of his link to the First, and of hope.
Well, that was a cutscene.
Yeah.
So I guess both the Exarch and Elidibus are in the tower forever now. Hmm. Am I alright? I should be the one asking you. But yes, I'm fine. Thank you. We all are. The people are fine, the city's fine, and the star showers have stopped. It's almost as if we've gone back to the peaceful days that followed the Knight's return. Almost. If you are ready, would you recount to us how the day unfolded? So you reached out to Elidibus at last, and his heart was moved. Going with option 3. I suppose you did. But the important thing is, though violence proved unavoidable, you did at least come to understand your foe. And in knowing his hopes and dreams, do we best remember him and his legacy. So long as they remain unforgotten, the love he and his brethren bore for one another and the star may yet be rewarded. You said that that an ancient came to your aid, but how is that possible? A gift from Emmett Selk. He knew of Elidibus's plight. Foreseeing his own death, he made provisions to bring Elidibus's suffering to an end, lest his friend be left to continue the struggle alone. Or so I wildly speculate. It is unlikely we will ever know the truth. The best we can do is to remember events as they happened, no more and no less. As the Ronkins so rightly put it, history is learned, not lived. Ah, there you are. My friend, we were given to understand you were injured. Shouldst thou not be abed? Lie down in a town like this? Don't be absurd. I would have come sooner had the guards not made such a fuss. Now, tell me what happened. Where is the Exarch? I see. Will you show me his spirit vessel? Yes, both his soul and his memories seem intact. Good. Unlike the others, his aether was not highly charged, and so it did not seem necessary to employ a familiar for the imbuing. But I need to be certain all the same. Oh, what a relief. Then 'tis but a question of restoring his soul unto his flesh. And as thou did lately tell me, the success of this process resteth on no more than our friend's soul recognizing his flesh as his own. Given his apparent desire to return to the source, one would think that his soul would not be only too happy to be home, no? Surely it wouldn't balk at the relative newness of its accommodation. So one would hope, but none can speak of the Exarch's heart of hearts, and he can no longer speak for himself. Furthermore, though, I have drawn upon all my not inconsiderable experience to predict the outcome. The fact remains that there is no direct precedent for what we are attempting. Will his body accept his soul? Will his essences blend properly? Will he awaken whole of mind? Any number of things could go awry. Assuming I have succeeded in tempering your expectations, I should probably add that I did ask the Exarch if he still wished to return to the source in full knowledge of the risks. A simple enough question, one would think, warranting a single word reply. Yet the answer I received was rather longer than that, almost comically so, in fact. Regardless, out of respect for the man, I shall attempt to recite it, with a certain amount of poetic license. As I grew older, the burdens I carried became even more numerous. Burdens which weighed upon my hopes, burying them deep within my breast. So deep that I couldn't be certain they were still there. But when I look around me, I am reminded that no matter how deeply buried they may be, our hopes never truly disappear. No, they are always with us, guiding us, driving us. I see it in Volthry, who sought to vindicate his existence by creating his paradise. I see it in Ranjit, who forsook his life's cause in order to protect that which he held most dear. I see it in the people, who chose to struggle rather than surrender to despair. And though our struggles may differ greatly, since the very beginning of time, they have all shared that one common thread: hope. We struggle because we have hope, and when the time comes, I too will embrace mine. I will follow my heart, regardless of the risks. And I will live, with all of my being, as befits one who has been granted a second chance. There. I told you it was long, and unspeakably sentimental to boot. One would think they are the outpourings of a dewy-eyed boy, not the old man the Exarch seems to believe he is. I mean, really, he's scarcely been alive as long as I've been in hiding. I dare say he is blushing in his vessel. Speaking of which, we should make ready for our journey. Time remains of the essence, after all. Needless to say, once we leave, there is no guarantee that we can return. If anyone has unfinished business, now is the time to see to it. I must pay a visit to Slitherbow. Let us reconvene here anon. There are some few matters which require mine attention in El Meg. May I leave Thancred in thy care, child? I've been meaning to get some flowers from Infilia. I thought you might help me choose them, and then we could go to Nabatharang together, one last time. A fine suggestion. Lead on. Well, it's back to Yulmore for me. Amongst other things, I owe the mayor an apology about his airship. I assume you have you have places of your own to be, Alice. I shall see you later. As you have probably guessed, I am going to pay a visit to the inn at Journey's Head, but I want you to come too. I realize you don't need to say any farewells, but the Exarch does, if only in spirit. So I thought you might bring him along, so to speak. I'm sure he'd love the thought of being lugged about on his hero's back. So let's be off, shall we? I can't wait to see how Halrick's doing. Halrick? Halrick, oh gods, don't tell me he's wandered off again. Quickly, we have to find him. Oh, Alice, I didn't see you there. If you're looking for Halrick, he's gone for a walk with one of the others. They were planning to visit the graveyard, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, well, that's a relief. Shall we adjourn to the graveyard, then? There he is. I was afraid he'd wandered off again. Oh, there's no need to worry. Halrick's safe and well. He's been showing good progress, and likes to go for walks of late. Though his steps usually bring him to this particular spot. Oh, I wasn't aware he had family here. He doesn't. It's Teslene's. Her sword, that is. We buried it here in her honor. So he remembers. What brings you back so soon, out of interest? I didn't think the next round of treatments was due yet. No, it isn't. Look, I realize this is sudden, but I've come to say goodbye. It's time for me to return home. But rest assured, the treatments will continue. Luke will come to oversee them in my stead. I see. You did mention that you and your friends were searching for a way home. Needless to say, we'll be sorry to see you go, but I know everyone would be happy for you, truly. Happy and grateful. You've done so much for us, achieved what none of us dared hope was possible. And we'll see to it that your good work continues, and that no more poor souls are buried here before their time. So rest easy, and take care. We wish you every happiness. Thank you. I will miss you all. But it isn't time to say our farewells quite yet. So if there are any tasks that need doing, hunting beasts, fetching water, and what have you, just say the word. I mean to make use of every last moment here, after all. The time left to you is precious. That's right, Halric. That's exactly right. Those words will guide you true, so never forget them. And neither will I. What? I'm not crying. I just have sand in my eye, that's all. Ahem. As I mentioned, I mean to stay here as long as possible. In the meantime, perhaps you could go and look in on the others. Alphanode, for instance. If anyone's crying, it will be him. Indeed.
Where'd Alphino go?
Umor. And just for the record, most nights when we stream this, we go through 8 to 10 quests. We have been streaming for 2.5 hours now, and we are on our 3rd quest of the night.
Yeah, long cutscenes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. One dungeon and one trial. That'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alpha, no.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
The thought of never seeing you again is more than my poor heart can bear.
Oh, it's you. As you can see, Alphino has broken the news. I don't know how to console her. She thinks we'll be lost without him.
You'll never let me forget it, will you? I'll have you know I completed the promised painting in the end. Be that as it may, there are times only words will suffice. Lady Chai, I have a confession to make. On the day we ousted Lord Vorthree, when I revealed the truth of his tyranny and your complicity in his crimes, I did so with great trepidation. Not out of fear that you wouldn't listen, but that you might never recover. There was a time when I too, in my hubris, believed myself worthy to lord it over others. And when the lie was laid bare, when I was forced to confront the cost, the lives lost, it all but destroyed me. To awaken from a naive dream to so harsh a reality, I would have understood had you all surrendered to despair. But you didn't surrender. Far from it. You picked yourselves up and rose to the challenge. You found a path forward and the strength to walk it, and to keep walking it, day after day. Though what struck me is how much faster you found it than I did.
Really? Well, it felt pretty slow to me. But rest assured, we'll make Yulmore into a nation anyone would be proud to call home. Eventually. You can still come and go as you please, I believe. When we have good tidings to report, I may trouble you to be their bearer. There may also be less than good tidings, in which event I hope I can trouble you for your counsel.
I should be honored to provide it, Master Chai.
Oh, Alphino, I know you aren't one to sit still, but do remember to take your ease from time to time. And no matter where you are, remember that there are people here who are praying for your health and happiness. Our brave and gentle artist, you have our love, now and always.
And you mine. Please take care.
Which minion is that? 'Tis a strange feeling, to stand in the company of our friends, knowing that I will never see them again. I struggle to reconcile it in my mind. But this I know, I shall cherish my memories of Norvrant, and of every soul I met here, for the rest of my days. And I shall look forward to your tales of their endeavors. Forgive me, I realize now that I never asked you what business brought you here. Can I be of assistance? Alize said that, did she? Well, as you can see, I am quite alright now. Unlike her, by the sound of it. Perhaps you might consider visiting Urianger next. Oh, that sounds cool. Given his conversance with the idiosyncrasies of the Fey folk, I doubt it will be an issue, but a small part of me worries that they may not relinquish him willingly. As such, I would feel better if you were to look in on our friend. Assuming you have time, of course.
Everybody ready?
I am.
Yeah.
Sora.
Yep.
that I should have the pleasure of welcoming a guest, even as mine own occupation draweth to a close. What bringeth thee hither, my friend? So thou wouldst grant the Exarch a final tour of the realm, which hath been his home these 100 years? A noble gesture. As for Master Alphino's concern, thou mayest rest assured that all is well here. Far from detaining me, our fey friends have agreed to assist in the transportation of these tomes into the Cabinet of Curiosity. Naught more remaineth to be done. Regardless, 'tis well that thou didst come, for I have been meaning to show something to thee. An object I chanced to find after thy victory over Elidibus. Though it hath lost its radiance, 'tis unmistakably a crystal of light. One that did, in all likelihood, once belong to Ardbert. Having been interred with his body, it would have remained upon his person even after his possession by Elidibus. And when his mortal form was, forgive mine indelicacy, consumed by thy foe to fuel his transformation, I posit that the crystal did tumble free. Save that which doth abide in thee. It is all that remaineth of our friend. And if thou art willing, I would have thee deliver it unto Seto. I could think of no worthier recipient than he, and no more fitting a bearer than thee. As ever, thou wilt find the Amaro in Wockeldorf. My thanks.
Did you guys all get that?
I forgot there was a teleport there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it. We'd just gone right outside the door. We hadn't gone far.
I started and then I looked and I was like, oh, jeez, they might not get this.
Ah, full glad am I to see you are safe and well. Rumors spoke of strange spectral foes bent on your destruction. But with the sky returned to normal, I assume all is well again? So too, what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Is that Ardbert's crystal? So it is. It has changed, but I would know it anywhere. However, did you come by it? Then, even in death, his enemies found a way to profit from his sacrifice. Oh, it grieves me to think of his body being used for evil ends. But, thanks to you, his honor is restored, and he may finally find peace. No words can express my gratitude. I will keep this crystal safe to the end of my days. Rest easy, my friend. You have earned it. One? Very well. How can this be?
Seto, my old friend. You've grown.
Oh, Ardbert, how I've missed you. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you safe, or even console you. Had I only learned to speak sooner, I would have told you how much you meant to me, how much I cared.
I knew. I always knew. But I'm happy to hear it nonetheless. Thank you, Seto. My partner in crime.
I see. His journey continues. Then I will not yet bid him rest. With you, he may look forward to many more adventures. It has been a while since last I flew. Perhaps I too will go on a little adventure? Ride the winds, seek the horizon? Yes, I think perhaps I will.
Ah, thou art returned. Tell me, how did Seto receive thine offering? Remarkable. 'Twas fated that thou shouldst be the one to undertake this task, I think. As Ardbert liveth on in thee, so too shall he and his comrades live on in the hearts of the people of Norvrot. And their tale, now rightly told, shall inspire new warriors of light for generations to come. Now, assuming thou intendest to continue thy tour, might I suggest Slitherbow as thy next destination? The task of tidying up one's abode is seldom light work, yet I suspect Ishtola's is heavier than most. Suffice it to say, a pair of helping hands might not go amiss. Well, if she made bigger brooms, it might go easier.
True. Wait, is this Slitherbow?
No, it is not.
No.
Damn it. Oh, Steel Tide, my bad.
And what is this? Have you come to spy on me? Does Urianger truly think me so slovenly? The nerve! Loath as I am to disappoint, I put my affairs in order some time ago. I have even bade my farewells. To everyone save Runar, that is. He's nowhere to be seen.
He's off crying somewhere.
Almost certainly.
Master Matoya. For too long I have remained silent, but no longer. I could not bear it if you were to leave. Please, stay. I beg of you.
Runar, please.
I jest. At least in part. What I came to say is this. Thank you. Without your wisdom, your strength, and your kindness to guide us, our people would still be lost. We will never forget you, Master Matoya. Wherever your journeys may take you, you will always be in our hearts.
And you in mine. Remember that your people's journey, that our people's journey is yet ongoing. Your lives will change, and so too will your dreams. Yet come what may, you need not forsake your time-honored traditions, nor less your beliefs.
But neither should you be beholden to them. For it was with curiosity and courage that the Knights Blessed first triumphed over adversity. New knowledge and new wisdom are ever worthy of pursuit.
Indeed they are. And so, until we return to the Sunless Sea, we shall endeavor to live our lives to the fullest.
That is well. But however great your strides, there may yet come a day when the challenges you face cannot be surmounted alone. On such a day...
On such a day.
You may call on me. Since a means to travel between worlds exists, you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Master Matoya!
Luna, really?
Honestly, he's a boy in the body of a man. Anyway, it's a time to we head back to the Crystarium, shall we? You still have to take the Exarch to Nabatharang. I see. Very well. You can look in on Thancred while you're about it. His will be a difficult farewell, and I am not sure he would appreciate and I am sure he would appreciate your support. The path goes through Twine. If you wait there, you are like to meet him on his way back, if not before. Huh? You too? What is this, my bloody name day? I see, I see. Yes, Thancred was here, and Reen too. They said they wanted to go to Nabatharang, so we gave them the use of the trolley. That's right, the old girl's up and running again. But we didn't just put her back together, mind you. No, with a little bit of help from Master Chai. We made her faster. And stronger. Oh yes, the future of trolleys is looking brighter than ever. Whisper it, but I reckon it might be time. Time to reach for the stars with a trolley to dwarf all trolleys. If you ask me, we'd be better off making them smaller. That way they could fit in narrow shafts. But that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? Enough. You can daydream in your own time. In case you've forgotten, our priority is to have more working trolleys. That's why we turned to Chai-Nuz, by the way. Not to make the one trolley we've got go faster. We needed help to get a few Talos back in working order, you see? We were out testing them when your airship came down, as a matter of fact. You seem to have a habit of crashing things. You have no idea, Magnus. We're back. Our thanks for the loan of the trolley. What are you doing here? Don't tell me the others are waiting for us. That's a relief at any rate. We've done what we came to do, which means I'm ready to leave. Or as ready as I'll ever be. Not to pry, but what's going on? You off somewhere? You could say that. So you'll be heading home. I'm just a simple miner and don't know much about this world-traversing business. But the young lady here, she'll be looked after, will she? I'll be fine, thank you. I have a place to stay at the Crystarium, and don't want for anything. Besides which, I have no shortage of friends I can turn to. Friends like you lot. So please, don't worry. I'll be fine, really. If you say so. It being a matter of life and death, I suppose you have to leave. But I, for one, would still be torn. If the choice were mine, I'm not sure I could bear to be parted from my family. No, but it's for the best. Reen has chosen to walk her own path, and she doesn't need me under her feet. Besides, I have my own responsibilities, and I wouldn't be setting a very good example if I neglected them. Perhaps not. Either way, I envy your dilemma. Well then, young lady, if there's anything you need, anything at all, you're to call on us. It may surprise you, but we can do more than simply offer you trolley rides. Thank you, Magnus. Everyone. Shall we then? If you've nowhere left to visit, we can go back to the Crystarium together. Oh, it's you. You're probably wondering why I'm not with the others. It's just, I always knew that everyone would leave one day, and I always hoped and prayed that we would find a way to send them home. But now that the time has come, I just feel lost. Lost and lonely. I don't want our last moments together to be sad. I want to hold myself together just long enough to say the things I need to say, but I'm not sure I can even do that. I'm going with option 2. Right. Thank you. I feel braver already. Go on ahead and join the others. I'll be along after I've taken a few deep breaths.
That's everyone then. We've all said what we needed to.
Even as we speak, Becklug undertaketh their final inspection of our spirit vessels. When thine own preparations for the journey are complete, thou art to present thyself in the ocular.
Everyone? I want to thank you all, on behalf of the First. You, and Minfilia, and the Exarch. Without each and every one of you guiding us, fighting for us, we wouldn't be standing here now. There wouldn't even be a here. And no words can express our gratitude. We still have a lot to do. Countless trials to overcome. But if it ever seems too much, I'll think of our time together. The happy moments, and the sad. I will remember it all. And it will give me the strength to carry on without you. Because you made me who I am. Minfilia. Reen. To honor these names and these memories, I will stand with all the people of this land and strive for a better tomorrow.
Thancred, I believe the honor of responding should rightfully be thine.
I know better than most how much you've grown, and I have every confidence you'll make your people proud. Gods know I'm proud of you. I always will be. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and more.
Might we also say a few words?
Why, this is just about all of you.
To see you off seemed the least we could do. You risked your all for us, fought for a realm not your own. Before you came, we had never known the beauty of the night sky. Or the joy of your company. Though it saddens us deeply to bid you farewell, it has ever been our way to send off friends with a smile. Wherever your road should lead, we shall pray for your safety. And following your brave example, we shall continue to fight for the Crystarium.
With or without us, you've always taken good care of this city. I don't doubt for a moment you'll continue to do so.
Aye, a more resilient people we have never known. As resilient and enduring as the tower that watches over you.
To the last, we did not question the Exarch about his past. It is only now, when he can no longer tell us, that we believe we know the answer. We have heard what became of him, and what is about to be attempted. All will be well. Of this we are certain. How could it be otherwise, when every soul in the Crystarium is praying for it with all their heart? And so, when our Lord awakens, I bid you give him a message. Tell him he needn't worry about us. That he need no longer hide who he truly is. That he should live his own life to the fullest. And that if he should ever find himself reminiscing on the past with a smile, we shall be smiling with him. Will you tell him this? Thank you. Please look after him for us. I dare say we have all the good wishes we can carry. Let us be on our way.
Who's Mistle?
Hmm?
The Exarch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mistle is what they call the cat people in this world. Why it's not just called the Wind-Up Exarch, I don't know. But I promised him he got to go on an adventure with me, so he gets to go on an adventure with me. Well, I suppose it's time. Are you ready? Alright, let's not keep the others waiting. Ah, there you are. I take it you are ready for the journey. The spirit vessels are primed, and your company complete. At a word from you, we shall begin. Upon beginning the soul-imbuing ritual, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In we go. Very good. I shall distribute the vessels at once.
All right, then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
The first step is complete, and all appeareth to be in order.
Well, that just leaves our souls, then. We're in your hands, Angelo.
Hope they're labeled.
I was thinking the same thing.
The vessels have
But their
received
spirits
both
are supposed
their
to
memories
recognize their
and their
bodies, so it
souls.
doesn't matter if you crisscross. Alpha No might mess up.
Well, yeah.
I entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well, yes?
This will work, won't it?
Our theories have held thus far, but I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory.
Indeed.
Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities. And it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur. Yet miracles do happen. So let us pray and will our friends home.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
Yep, all safely stowed in my bag with all my other junk.
Special bag. You can't even see it. Fanny pack.
Where'd you put yours, KJ? Your bags are full.
The extra bag I got. You can't see it.
Ah.
It's trans-dimensional. It's kind of like Batman's belt.
The bag of holding?
Yes.
Inside of a bag of holding?
No. That Terror Rift right there. No. I know that one. Or any other small dimension, pocket dimension.
Did it? Are we?
We're home.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're all back.
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of potatoes, but otherwise, I have never felt better. That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
What? But you've only just got here.
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea? Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this. That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there. For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort. This I hope, I believe, here at memory's end.
Side note, all their crystals would do the same thing, correct? In theory.
True.
I dare say those are mighty keys.
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
Oh, this looks familiar.
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favourite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return, and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat. Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance. It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
Excellent. Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note, hast thou perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Well, if you're certain that's what you... I mean, if you think I... Right. I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Grahatia, at your service. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But, like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Help! Somebody help! Hippogriffs! Hippogriffs on the rampage! A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait just a... Here we go again.
I will join the fray when I've finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears and ash.
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh. So it was that a new adventure began.
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
I say, I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom. Splendid. Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace. Oh, yes. They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find. With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end. And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah, money, 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 the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree?
I think Xenos prefers fear.
But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I?
Oh, hell.
Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
What did you say your name was?
Oh, a dagger through my heart, that my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten. Oh. So it goes. Whatever this flesh may have been before, it serves only as a vessel now.
It is him.
And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to advance my lord's ambitions. Speaking of which, with the palace in our hands, we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd. Despite all our havoc wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope that the last of the unsundered is gone? Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment!
This dude's crazy.
Your radiance. But give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
That which awaited was a fell beast. Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless.
Do as you will. It has been too long, my friend, and insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph, every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion. Oh yes, to reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
The beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse. Into its domain shall the hero set forth, for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
Ah, you're back. Tell me, you think I was excessively familiar earlier? In my tone and mannerism? Thought it better to be familiar than formal if we were to be comrades, but now I worry that I may have detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings? Yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier when I had a mission that consumed my every waking moment. It provided me with a focus, a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had quite forgotten what it was like to do without the tower. I've rarely felt so exhausted. Or hungry. Yet, if all I did was bend the bow, I would be of limited use to you on your adventures, so I shall persevere. Whoever I might have been before, I am now a scion, and an inexperienced scion at that. A green initiate, eager to learn how best to contribute to the cause. That he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Grahatia is now available as a trust companion.
Did anybody pick up the new one? Oh, whoops.
Alright guys, I believe that is where we are going to call the stream for today. And I should be back tomorrow evening with more Final Fantasy VII. Until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. And have a good night.